Hello everyone. Today I wanted to record a small video which is maybe slightly different than the usual, but ultimately it would uh, more closely be classified under my educational videos because I wanted to show you guys a dialogue that I produced with Chat GPT today in regards to two thinkers which are still regarded as foundational philosophical thinkers and and the dialogue is precisely on the subject of the ultimate foundation of reason. The two thinkers are Habermas and Adorno. Adorno being the student of Habermas and varying in his view upon certain philosophical concepts and points of contention, which made it interesting for me to produce a dialogue for you guys. And so I'll read to you my prompts and the dialogue prompts, and that'll be the content of the video. So please enjoy. So my prompt was, give me the most complex fictional dialogue possible you can produce between Habermas and Adorno on the ultimate foundation of reason. I don't know how to pronounce it in German. I took it from this text here, which essentially talked about some guy called Appel not fearing the ultimate foundation of reason, which would be something Adorno would fear. So then when I read this, I wanted to see what Adorno would have to say against Habermas on precisely what was proposed to be something which would cause fear in Adorno. Okay, so I'll start the dialogue. It's in a philosopher's salon, and it's at night. Jürgen Habermas, a meticulous and articulate thinker, sits across from Theodor Adorno, a brooding and critical intellect. The room is filled with the weight of philosophical discourse, books lining the shelves dimly lit by the glow of ideas. Habermas, leaning forward. The ultimate foundation of reason, Theodore, lies in communicative action. Rationality unfolds in discourse, where we collectively negotiate the validity of claims of our statements. It's through the process of dialogue that we uncover the bedrock of reason. Adorno, somberly. But Jürgen, can reason truly find its foundation in mere discourse? Isn't there a danger of reducing reason to a consensus driven compromise, diluting its radical potential? Can we not recognize reason's roots in the critical confrontation with the oppressive structures that permeate our society? Habermas, resolute. Your concern is valid, Theodore. However, the communicative ideal I propose involves a rational reconstruction of discourse, a commitment to mutual understanding that transcends mere compromise. It is precisely through this process that we unveil the intersubjective foundation of reason, rooted in the shared pursuit of truth. Adorno, raising an eyebrow. But can reason endure without acknowledging its entanglement with societal contradictions? Your optimism in communicative action risks neglecting the shadows cast by power structures and ideological constraints. Is reason not always already compromised by the very society it seeks to enlighten? Habermas, defiant. I acknowledge the shadows, Theodore, but believe that reason, when critically engaged, can illuminate even the darkest corners. Communicative action is not an escape from societal contradictions, but a confrontation with them. By acknowledging the limits and conditions of rational discourse, we pave the way for a more emancipatory reason. Adorno, pensively. Emancipation, yes. Yet, I fear that your emphasis on consensus might lead us astray. The tension, the dissonance in thought has its own value. A true foundation of reason may lie not in harmonious agreement, but in the agonizing struggle against the prevailing irrationalities, a dialectical dance with the contradictions of our existence. Habermas, smiling, the dialectic, my friend, is not lost on me. In our dialogue, we embody the very tension you speak of. Perhaps the ultimate foundation of reason lies not in a singular formula, but in the ongoing, dynamic interplay between communicative action and critical confrontation. The philosophers continue their dialogue, navigating the intricate realms of reason, dialectics, and societal critique, moreover, leaving the ultimate foundation of reason suspended in the intellectual ether. Continue the dialogue upon its natural developmental lines was my next cue. Chat GPT. The room echoes with the weighty exchange of ideas as the conversation between Habermas and Adorno evolves. Adorno, sipping his tea. The dialectical dance, Jürgen, implies a constant movement, an incessant struggle against the static nature of established norms. But can your communicative reason truly capture the radical potential required to dismantle these entrenched structures? Doesn't it risk turning into a well-intentioned discourse, ultimately absorbed by the system it seeks to transcend? Habermas, nodding thoughtfully. I understand your concern, Theodore. The risk of co-optation is real, but I argue that communicative reason, in its in its commitment to transparency and inclusivity, offers a platform for the unveiling of power dynamics. It's not about conformity, but about creating a space where even the marginalized voices can challenge and reshape the narrative. Adorno, leaning back. Your optimism in the transformative power of discourse is commendable, Jürgen. Yet the question remains, can reason, no matter how critically engaged, ever escape its embeddedness in a society marked by domination and alienation? Isn't there an inherent tension between the desire for emancipation and the reality of systemic constraints? Habermas, grimacing. You touch upon a crucial dilemma. The tension persists, Theodore, and perhaps it should. Our task is not to eliminate it, but to channel it into a productive force. Communicative reason, at its core, seeks to expose the very contradictions that bind reason to societal structures. It's through this exposure that we find the energy for transformation. Adorno, smiling faintly. Transformation indeed. Yet, as we pursue this elusive goal, let us not forget the importance of preserving the critical distance required to scrutinize the mechanisms of domination. Can communicative reason withstand the seductive allure of integration and maintain its subversive potential? Habermas, leaning forward. Maintaining that critical distance is a shared responsibility, Theodore. It necessitates an ongoing vigilance against the forces that might co-opt the discourse. It's in the interplay between critical confrontation and communicative action that reason can navigate the delicate balance, resisting absorption while striving for a more just and emancipated society. The philosophers continue to grapple with the complexities of reason, dialectics, and societal transformation, their dialogue a testament to the intricacies of philosophical thought and the perpetual quest for the ultimate foundation of reason.